Hi everyone, Sneemaster here with a review of the new Anvil Asgard. The Asgard was released for Invictus 2025 and is a military transport. It's designed to carry large vehicles and cargo into combat environments. The Asgard is based on the Valkyrie design but is slightly different in some features and dimensions. The Asgard is 34 meters wide, 48 meters long and 12 meters high, which is about the size of the Valkyrie, but a little less wide. It has a larger cargo vehicle storage area than the Valkyrie, but loses the extra seats for infantry. Designed for a crew of 1 to 2, it doesn't require many people to run the ship. The cockpit is still set up for just the pilot with very decent visibility to the sides and above. The Asgard has a lot of MFDs to make it easier for the pilot to manage the various systems. Behind the cockpit you have a walkway leading to the living quarters of the ship. There are 2 suit lockers and multiple gun racks here, as well as some component access. On the starboard side is a room with 2 bunk beds for the crew. They have a TV screen each for watching info or communicating with other players. The port side has a small bathroom with toilet, shower, and sink. From the living quarters is a small airlock door leading to a ladder leading downstairs. You can't carry cargo up the ladder aside from the small 1/8 SCU boxes. Down from the living quarters puts you in the cargo area. This large room has a section for storing either cargo or vehicles. This section is wider, longer, and taller than the Valkyrie. You can store up to 180 SCU in the cargo grid, or carry up to the largest ground vehicles in Star Citizen currently. Even the Nova tank and Spartan fit in this area with ease, or you can fit multiple Greycat MTCs or Ursa rovers or even smaller ground vehicles. You can also fit small spacecraft here like snub ships such as the Mirai Fury or Anvil Pisces, as well as larger ships like the RSI Aurora, the Drake Golem, and possibly others. There is a large ramp for loading vehicles in the back, as well as 2 small doors on the side for people to jump out of. On the side doors are manned door guns with size 1 guns. They are good for clearing landing zones of enemy troops. This section also has lockers for storing crew gear of 750k micro SCU. In this lower section are 2 doors leading to the front. This front section has 2 passenger seats, probably for drivers of the vehicles. There is also the engineering computer and most of the component access. The very front of this section has a manned turret with 2 large guns. That has great angles to hit targets on the ground or in front of the ship. The Anvil Asgard has 4 size 2 shields, military grade C, same as the Valkyrie. They're pretty powerful and can withstand a bit of damage, but strong enough guns or torpedoes can take them out. The Asgard is also well armored, but has slightly less hull and armor strength than the Valkyrie. It's tough enough to handle combat vehicle drops though. The Asgard has a size 2 quantum drive, civilian grade C, which works well enough for long range travel. It carries up to 97.5 SCU of hydrogen fuel and 1.85 SCU of quantum fuel, which is as good or better than most long range ships. The Asgard is pretty fast at 203 meters a second for SCM speed and a nav speed of 1075 meters a second, which is just a tad bit slower than the Valkyrie is now. Maneuverability is very good for a large ship like this, and just slightly less agile than the Valkyrie. There are 4 VTOL engines to help the ship take off and land on places with gravity. The Asgard has a large amount of weapons. For the pilot, there are 4 size 3 laser repeaters above the cockpit and a turret under the nose with 2 more size 3 laser repeaters. That is a significant amount of guns just for the pilot to use. You can't change the gun sizes, but you can change what size 3 guns you want to use. There is also a manned turret below the nose with 2 size 4 laser repeaters. The turret can turn all the way around and hit targets below the ship and in front of the ship. The turret capacitor is small though, so you'll have to let the gun charge up a bit between firing a burst of shots. Increasing the weapon's power and engineering could help with this. The pilot also has access to a large missile rack with 16 size 3 missiles. That's a lot of missiles and can seriously damage other ships. You cannot change the missile launcher size, but you can change the type of size 3 missiles you use. The Asgard runs for $350 in store credit or $325 war bond in time-limited sales, typically only for Invictus, IAE, or other Anvil sales. It has a default white and black paint, but there are other paints available. The paints are not compatible with the Valkyrie though, so if you have a Valkyrie, you'll have to buy completely different paints for the Asgard. Concierge members can buy the copper and grey Valhalla paint. All members can buy the black and yellow Last Light paint, beige and black Sandsea paint, and the green and black Savannah paint. The Asgard is a bit of a surprise ship and is very multi-purpose. It's of course great for transporting ground vehicles and small spacecraft, especially in dangerous locations. It can also be used for cargo transporting, especially with the long-range fuel tanks and living quarters. There is no tractor beam on the ship, so you'll have to either use the handheld ones or get an ATLS or MPUV-1T to carry the containers. You could also place seats in the cargo bay and use it to transport people instead. It almost makes many other cargo ships like the Constellation series, C1 or Zeus series feel less useful compared to this ship, since it can carry a lot of cargo as well as large vehicles. It has competition with the Hercules series for transporting vehicles though. The Asgard is great as a gunship for clearing landing zones with the many guns and missiles it has. You can bombard ground locations easily with it, and is very functional for underground bunker missions as you can take ground vehicles to enter bunkers without being hit by turrets. The Asgard works well as a blockade runner to break cargo through enemy lines by bombarding fixed emplacements or fighters with all the front guns and missiles. You can also use it as an ambulance if you store the Ursa Medical or Pisces R in the cargo bay. Both orgs and single players can take advantage of this ship as it doesn't require a large crew, but works well with other people. The multiple shields and decent armor make it sturdy enough to withstand attack, while the many front guns and maneuverability are great for taking down small ships. Orgs could use the ship as a mini carrier, able to carry at least 2 Mirai Furies, maybe more. On top of those features, the Asgard simply looks great and feels like a sturdy all-purpose ship. Just watch your 6 when flying this ship. Your turrets don't have coverage behind you very well, and smaller ships can definitely do a lot of damage to you, especially with missiles. From the front, the Asgard can hold its own against ships, but the rear is very vulnerable, compared to the Valkyrie that has turrets that can aim around a bit more. Alright, so that's it for the Anvil Asgard review. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. You can use my referral code if you decide to jump into Star Citizen, and you'll get 5,000 extra in-game credits. And you save more if you get one of the starter packs that are on sale. Here's a big thank you to my current patrons. Please check out my Patreon membership to help me make more videos. All patrons and members will have their names listed at the end of my videos and get access to my Discord channel. Patrons and members also have the first pick on the next item I'll cover, so feel free to sign up and let me know what you'd like to see next. Okay, catch you all next time.